Hi there, Loy Machedo. Speaking to you from loymachedo.com. Who's Loy Machedo? Think personal branding. Okay. Got this question from, one of my well-wishers of my channel. And he said, Loy, I find it very hard to maintain enthusiasm, especially for a long-term project. So could you just, give a few tips from your experience, how to maintain this enthusiasm and passion? Okay. So I'll give you my tips in this video. Feel free to comment and share your opinions. Okay, what is it that you do to maintain your enthusiasm, whether it's relationships, projects, studies, whatever. Okay, so let's understand first. Whenever we start something new, whether it's reading a new book, when you get a new book, we are so excited. We read the first few chapters, but then somewhere down the line we lose interest and we don't complete the book. Initially we read like crazy and then we don't. Let's say a diet program. Initially we start with enthusiasm, start this new diet program, and we plan things and we pay money to somebody who will prepare our meals, and somewhere down the line we lose interest. Exercise. We say, I'm going to lose so many kilos at the beginning of the year, and they go to the gym and they're very committed, get up in the morning and wear the clothes and buy the stuff and go and do exercise, but 2-3 months down the line, gone. It happens with almost so many things. Whether it is you buy a new car. Initially, when you buy a new car, you take care of it as if it's your baby. Even if there's a dust on it, you just keep buffing it to make sure it looks amazing. And you vacuum the car and you put a perfume inside and take it for car wash. But a couple of years down the line, you don't even care if there's full mud and whoever comes. And even in relationships, initially when you have the new girlfriend, or you are dressing up amazing, you're looking your best, and you want to kiss her, hug her, make love to her, take her to the best places, impress her, do whatever she wants, and she's your queen. And a couple of months down the line, you don't even bother to have a bath before meeting her, and you're like, whatever. You're busy with your friends. And this can happen even with the new technology, with the new iPhone or the new computer or the new game. Okay. So we as human beings, we have this tendency where initially that excitement, that enthusiasm is there, but somewhere down the line we lose interest. So now, what is it that can be done to ensure that you don't burn out, that you don't lose enthusiasm, that you don't lose interest? Okay. I prepared these 19 points, which I have personally used in my life, and that has helped me. So you see which among the 19 points will help you. And you can use this, whether it's relationships, whether it's project, or whether it's, whatever, a goal that you have. The first point is you need to be very clear about the why. Like Simon Sinek says, start with why. You must know why you're doing what you're doing. Like, I'll give you an example. In my case, I wanted to lose weight. Even though I already lost weight, I was 125 kilos at the highest. I underwent the bariatric surgery, changed my lifestyle, came down to, I think, 75. But then I started eating again and, enjoying food, went back to 83. But it was there. But then I decided, no, I have to discipline myself. I can't take this for granted. So from 83, now I've come to I came down to 69, lowest to 68. Now again, weight is picking up. So once again, I'm challenging myself, keep it. Trust me when I say this, it's not easy. It is not easy. It is not easy trying to fast for 24 hours. It is not easy trying to fast for sometimes 48 hours. It is not easy saying no to chocolates, no to sugary stuff, no to ice creams, no to binge eating. I love food. I'm crazy about food. I love watching a movie and enjoying food. But I know the why. I know the why. And for me, my whys are very simple. My age is caught up. I'm around 46 now. I'm no longer the 20-year-old, 16-year-old young buck who could eat, so 30 eggs or eat buckets of ice creams and chocolates the whole day and burn. No, today my body is different. My health is different. So I have to take care. I don't want to get diabetic. I don't want to get blood pressure. I don't want to get heart issues. I don't want to be in the hospital. And yes, I want to have good energy. I want to eat clean. So I'm very clear. I have a lot of whys. Okay. So the first one, you have to be very clear with the why. If you know why and it's very clear, then the first problem is solved. Let's say, for example, you want to learn a new language, and you say, "Oh, if I learn the new language, I will, improve my earning capacity." But it's not specific. Okay, earn, but what? Is there a job opportunity? Is there maybe a relationship? Maybe you want to impress a girl. Maybe you want to migrate somewhere. It has to be urgent and important. If it is just wishful thinking, it's not going to work. Okay, it has to be. There are many other points which I'm coming to. Number one is why. Number two, and one more thing, that why has to be a passionate, driving, obsessive desire. It can't be wishful thinking. It can't, I'll get a good job. No. It has to be like do or die. Okay. Number two is what you're doing. You have to be very clear. Is it short term, medium term, long term, or is it a complete lifestyle change? See, if it is something which is a lifestyle change, like for example, in my case, I've decided to make this a lifestyle change no matter what. So there I'm taking it very seriously. But if it was just, there are some people who want to get married, okay, and they want to lose 5 kilos because they want to get married. They want to look sexy on their wedding dress, okay, on the wedding day and fit into their wedding dress. They lose the 5 kilos, but after marriage, they put on not 5, they put on 10 kilos and 15 kilos. So is it short term or is it long term or is it a lifestyle change? If it is short term, you most probably will achieve it, but then you'll go 2, 3 steps backwards. It'll be like you lost 5 kilos, you gained 10 kilos. This is what always happens. People bounce back even worse. They bounce backwards. So it has to be long term and it has to be a lifestyle change. Only then you will succeed. Okay. Number three is please don't overdo it. This generally I tend to see when people start this New Year resolution or they get this new girlfriend or boyfriend, they overdo it to the point where it's not sustainable. Like, for example, they get this girlfriend, I want to make love to you passionately, I want to make love to you whole day long, 8 hours, 10 hours, 7 days a week. I don't care. You wake up in the morning and you put your this on my face and I want to do that and eat this. And man, after some time, you'll be like, kantal, you're like, I don't even want to see your face. If you overdo something, you'll never want. Even if you overdo in the gym, even if you, let's say, play a game or anything in the world, if you overdo it, it's not normal. Like there are people who say, I want to study the whole day. I want to read books the whole day long. No, read one book a day. It's not sustainable, man. Keep it, balance. Don't overdo anything. Number four is, it's very important to know the bare minimum that you have to do and make the bare minimum easy. For me, the bare minimum is very simple. I will go to the gym. I'll just go to the gym. Whether I do 5 minutes or 10 minutes, I'll just go to the gym. And the gym is very close by. It's not a sophisticated gym. Okay. And in terms of treadmill, I put the treadmill to a very easy walk. It's and not even hard. Sometimes I listen to music. Sometimes I play a game. So it's easy and the bare minimum. But if you make it so complicated that you travel 1 hour in traffic just to reach the gym and then you have to exercise to the point where you're vomiting and puking and you're suffering and why is my dog barking? He's another dog. It goes anyway. I hope it stops barking. Okay, anyway. So if you overdo something to the point where you're puking and your face is blue and you, instead of doing half an hour gym, you're doing 3 hours of hardcore intensity. Instead of waking up at 6 o'clock, like in the morning that you normally get up, you're getting up at 2 in the morning and exercising like crazy. It's not sustainable, man. Have the bare minimum and make the bare minimum easy. For example, if I were to tell you, just do 5 push-ups, just 5 push-ups every day, it becomes easy, right? But if I tell you, no, you have to do 500 per day or 100, it'll not work. Even eating, let's say I want to follow a ketogenic diet. I should not be eating sugary sweets and I should not be eating carbs. For some people, eliminating it totally will drive them mad. So eat in moderation, eat little bit carbs. Don't eat, suppose you're eating 100 units before, reduce it to like 50. Okay. Or if even 50 is less, 50 is too hard, from 100 go to 90, progress. From 90 go to 80, progress. Slow and steady. Remember, minimum and make it easy. Point number five is it's very important for you to be able to measure your progress. Like, for example, let's say you want to read a book, you want to inculcate the habit of reading a book. If you can measure it, let's say I told you minimum, right? If you can measure 1 page a day, finish. It's easy. In my case, the measurable this thing of losing weight was every day I'll take my weight. I'll check my weight because that's the way I can measure it. I can't measure in terms of size and all that. And sometimes the weight would fluctuate up and down, but every day there was a measurement. So I knew, okay, if I'm little up today, I need to be a little strict. Or if I'm little down today, or fine, I'm doing well. If I'm really down, oh, I'm doing really well. Do I want to take a break? So if you have a measurable and a time bound kind of a target, it works better. But if on the other hand, I want to lose weight, how much weight did you lose? I don't know. How much do you weigh today? I don't know. Then it's no point. How much weight do you want to lose by what time? I don't know. It doesn't work that way. Even, oh, you want to read the book by how many days? Do you want to read the complete 100 pages in 100 days, 100 pages in 50 days, 100 pages 25 days? So you must have that measurable track and progress. Okay. Number six is I think it's very important to celebrate landmark achievements. In my case, I made it easy. Every time I would lose 1 kilo, I would update on my YouTube channel. Yeah, there were people like, hey, what the hell, man? Who the hell is interested? You get people like that. But for the few people who did encourage me, support me, and even my wife, wow, you lost another kilo, or you lost maybe 100 grams, or you lost, 500 grams. It is a landmark celebration. So celebrate the small victories. Don't wait until you achieve the big milestone. Small victories, it'll keep you motivated. Number seven is, what are your short-term rewards? Like, for example, same thing with regards to weight loss. Maybe the short-term reward would be to go out and have a meal in a nice restaurant, but one that fits my diet plan. Okay, it's a special celebration. So I didn't wait like we will eat once a month. Yeah, we can do it once every 3 days also. So give yourself short-term rewards, and obviously that doesn't mean that if you are trying to get away from sugar, you eat sugar as a reward. No, reward yourself within what the boundaries are. Let's say, for example, a book. If you complete a certain, let's say, certain page, or say 100 pages you finished, maybe you'd want to watch a movie or play a game or go with your friends or brag about it in social media or talk about it. Give yourself short-term rewards. It's individualized, okay? Number eight is it's very important to have a support function, because if you're trying to do it all by yourself, it's very tough. In my case, I would always ask people who are into keto, who are into intermittent fasting, who are into exercising. And even if they were not my friends, but they were kind of like giving me the right advice, and they would always say, don't give up, be consistent, focus. And that support function means a lot. In my case, I think it was very important for my wifey to really support me, to make sure all the sweets and everything were kept away from me, to prepare food, in a way that like I'm exercising, I'm on a treadmill. This sometimes the food is very deliciously smelly, has strong smell. She would make sure that she would prepare much more in advance and go eat in the room. And many a times she would also ensure that if she knew that I was like dieting, not dieting, means fasting, and I'm irritated, she would make sure that she would understand and be more understanding towards me and be patient. So that support function is very important. Number nine is, I think, in a day and age of social media, public recognition is important. So if you do want to share your posts on social media, it can help. In my case, I used to share the photographs. Sometimes I used to share updated, this is my weight today. So sometimes it does help. Come on, we are all social animals. Number 10, this one is critical. Be prepared to fail. Have I failed during my 3 months of my intermittent fasting? Yes. In fact, today, I can tell you that the last, ever since I stopped my diet plan, these last 2, 3 days have been the worst failures. I not only went back to eating bread and sweet condensed milk, I also had ice cream. I also had a sugary, milky drink with lots of sugar. And I've decided again, I need to get back to my fundamentals. So, do we fail? Yes, you have to prepare yourself to fail. But then comes the next point. What do you do after you fail? See, now I failed. I told you, no? I failed because I had bread with sugar, condensed milk. I had ice cream. I had that milkshake with the condensed milk and sweet bread and all that. Yes, you can say that, yeah, you give yourself a reward, but I've been slowly going back into that direction of eating non-stop. So I know I'm failing. I'm very realistic about it. So I'm prepared to fail, but now what do you do after you fail? So now I've decided I need to be strict with myself again and get back in on track towards my goal alignment. So that is something you should, you know, have. If I fail, this is what will happen. Because many people, after they fail, they say, "Ah, it's not working out. Forget it, man. I'm not going to try again." You must not give up. Okay. Number 12 is seek mentoring from experienced people or people who have expertise and who genuinely care about you. This can be either paid mentoring or free. I've had paid coaches. I've had support people. Like, for example, my wife is not a coach, but she supports me. And yes, I've had paid coaches who help me get in shape. So seek mentoring from people with experience. And remember, when you go to someone with experience, they have more experience in what you're doing. They can guide you in a much better way so that you don't make the early mistakes. I have been so messed up about this. I've made so many times mistakes where I try to do everything. Google.com. I'll just check. I'll check the videos and I wasted my time and my life. Get to yourself a mentor. You'll save years and years and you'll achieve your results faster. Number 13 is self education, self research, and self awareness is very important. Yes, you can get plenty of bad advice, but it's always recommended to read. Even today, I read books on keto. I read books on intermittent fasting. I listen to audio programs. I listen to podcasts. I listen to YouTube because it's related to what I want. Okay. And it's related to what I'm doing. So a little bit of self education and self research will also help you get better. You just never know what nuggets you'll bump into. And I'll tell you, over these past 4 months, I've been just doing intermittent fasting and ketogenic diets. It's incredible how much there is to learn. It's unbelievable. Okay. Number 14 is find ways to succeed and make it easier. Like in my case, before I used to keep the chocolates in my room, I used to keep the sweets here. I used to fill up the freezer with all the stuff that I like. Now all of it is outside. I've given my wife, I've told her, lock it up and keep it, for you and baby, or throw it out or give it to somebody else. I don't want it here. That is how it makes it easier. And even my gym clothes, I've told my wife, make sure that it's very easy to give me the gym clothes. Even the gym is close by. So I find it ways for me to succeed. Okay. Otherwise, you'll get lazy and you'll say, nah, it's not working out. Distraction also, be careful of that. Huh? Number 15, discover and keep notes of how you have failed and ways that you failed. For me, it's very simple. I fail when I notice that there is bread in the house and condensed milk in the house and there is fast food in the house and in an easy access. When I find easy access, then I do fail. But if it's not available in the house, then obviously I will not fail. Huh? So discover ways how you have failed before and make sure that you put control checks there so it doesn't happen again. So now, if anytime there is bread, I tell my wife, don't keep the bread where I can see it. Don't keep the condensed milk where I can see it. And if in case there is sweets and other stuff that you don't want or you're not going to eat immediately, either give it to someone or just make sure it's not accessible or I do not know, because if you're not aware of who you are, you will fail. Number 16 is eliminate all the distractions that are there, whether it is, tempting you to fail or even something like this. Like my daughter is super hyper. And when I'm, focused on losing weight, intermittent fasting, losing weight and eating proper, I'm very irritatable and it's terrible, man. So when my daughter comes and she wants to jump around and she wants to scream and I'm in a mood where I'm not eating anything and it's very tough. I tell my wife, please take others. You scream and shout and you might lose your cool and then you might just say, hell with this. I don't want to control myself anymore, and then you'll give up. So make sure that you eliminate these failures. Okay. Number 17 is, this one is a beautiful saying: failure to plan is planning to fail. If you do not plan out your day, like what you're going to eat, when you're going to eat, how you're going to eat, if you do not plan out, you will fail 100%. I'm telling you this, like Even today, I'm fasting. I made plans about it the night before. I planned it out and I kept things in order. In fact, there were a couple of sweets and other stuff in the house. In my room, I give it all out. I told my wife, either throw it or get rid of it. So plan and then you'll succeed. Failure to plan is planning to fail. Okay. Number 18 is maintain a daily journal. In my case, I not only ensure that every day I enter my weight, I also put side notes which help me and it keeps me aware of what is going on. So every day I'm committed to my goal. So remember, daily journal entries are very important. And last, if not the least, the final point number 19 is, see, many people say that when I get this, I'll be happy. When I reach that, I'll be happy. When I lose 20 kilos, it'll never happen that way. Rather, what I want you to focus on is enjoy the journey. When you go through the journey and when you go through the small moments in your life now, and every day is a small achievement, every day is you can measure and enjoy the process, then you'll enjoy it much more. Otherwise, if it is like after 6 months, only when I achieve the goal, then I'll celebrate. What if you never achieve that? What if you wanted to lose 20 kilos and you lost 19? Then you'll never celebrate. And what if you fail after that? See, I wanted to lose 69 kilos and I almost gave up at 70 kilos. But then I said, no, I'll stick around. I did 69 kilos. I went to 68 and finally I've achieved it. Now, I did make a goal that I'll go to 65 or 64, but then I failed. I really failed. I couldn't stick with my diet. I got burnt out. I stopped. I stopped for 2 weeks now. This is the second week. But now I'm going to try again. So the reason I'm able to come back is because I enjoy the journey. I'm still at it. And if I didn't enjoy the journey, yes, it is tough. Yes, it's painful. Yes, there are moments where you feel, I can't do it. But then if you don't enjoy the journey, you'll never be able to succeed at what you do. So these are the points that I can give you. And remember, life is too short here. Don't make it too complicated. Every day is a new day. Every day is a gift. Just enjoy the process, enjoy the journey. And remember, there will be many struggles, many problems, many challenges. But go through life where every day you take it as it comes. And I'll tell you, eventually, if you stick at it and you're consistent, you will achieve success and you will achieve your goal. And if maybe not the perfect goal, at least you'll be much better off than where you started. Anyway, these are the points that I wanted to give you. Good, bad, ugly. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And this is me signing off. You guys take care.